So what I'm going to focus on is the tricks and techniques that you can use to make your production have the beauty of a Hollywood feature film. To get started, let's check out the main color correction interface on DaVinci Resolve and see what's in there. On the left is your viewer, where you can see the shot you're grading. In the middle, you'll see the gallery, and that's where you can store stills of your grades for reference. On the right is the node graph. This looks a little scary, but it's infinitely powerful because you can connect your processing any way you like. In the middle, you can see the project timeline, with all the tracks in your timeline and thumbnails for each clip so you can select your shots quickly. Now, on the left is a primary control, which includes your basic lift, gamma, gain controls, and more. In the middle, you have all your creative grading controls for all types of secondaries, curves, windows, blurs, and more. Lastly, on the right is a clip timeline, where you can see dynamics, which are transitions for the current clip. All this may look a little confusing at the start, but it's quick to learn, and once you get used to it, it's so simple and fast. The reason why DaVinci Resolve is the standard in high-end post-production is it has the speed to keep up with your creativity and your clients. Now, let's show you some examples of what all this power can achieve. Here's some 4K red material that's very flat, so I'm going to use primaries, secondaries, and power windows to make it look like a car commercial. So first, let's adjust the lift, gamma, and gain to get the primary color correction. If you're an editor, then this is the three-way color correction you'd be familiar with. I'm using BlackMagic Ultrascope here to monitor video levels while I adjust the RGB balance. So as I adjust the gain, you will see the waveform RGB parade and how the blacks, mids, and whites balance out. I'm reducing the redness and adding a little more blue. There, that looks nice now. Now let's go back to the original and do it the fastest way, and that's to use the auto color tool. Here's my shot, and I press the auto color button on the panel, and bam, the shot is automatically balanced. This auto color feature is very intelligent when analyzing shots. It can save about 5 seconds per shot, and this really adds up in a session. Now, this is a car commercial, so let's make the car look amazing. At the moment, it doesn't stand out as it's blending into the background. To do this, we will add a node. Each node is a full color corrector, and you can add a node for each correction you add to the shot. Now, we are going to use a secondary in this new node to isolate the color in the sky. And I can use the cursor to just pick the color. We'll turn on the highlight to show us what's selected. We can trim our settings and add a little bit of softness to soften the edges. You can see there are parts of the shot isolated we don't want, so we can add a window to restrict isolation to the sky only. The first step is, we want to back off the sky, so we're going to put a window with a gradient to draw the viewer's eye down to the car. Now, when we play the shot, you can see the sky is moving out of the window. That's easy to fix because Resolve has the world's best tracker. All we need to do is go into the tracker window and select track. Now you can see Resolve adds tracking points to generate the keyframes. Now, when I play my shot, the window is perfectly locked to the sky. I can still make fine adjustments too. Next, I want to make the shot look more dramatic, so I'm going to add another node and really push the contrast and lower the saturation. Now we can focus on bringing the car to life. So let's add another corrector with a window so we can lift the gain and make it look sexy. So next, let's add some softness to everything outside the window so we can really bring the focus onto the car. The car moves, so I'll use another tracker to keep the window on the car. You have unlimited trackers, so you can just keep adding them. I don't really like the mountains, and I need to bring back some detail and color. To do this, I can use something called a parallel node corrector linked back to the original balancing grade. This is unique to Resolve, and I can now easily add detail and color back into the mountains to make the shot look better. Now, let's compare the original shot to the graded shot, and you can see how much more emotion is in the shot now. That's what grading is all about. I think what's exciting is this shot had 5 grades, 2 windows, and 2 trackers from raw 4K red files on a HD project, and it still plays in real time. What's also great is, I did all this grading from R3D files without a red rocket card installed in the system.